I think I want another tattoo. I want more.
Where we gonna go?
Maybe I'm gonna have you tattoo on me. I have that tattoo gun.
We have our son. He needs to bring his tail over here. Give his mama some tattoos.
Yes, he does. Calling Lorenzo. Paging Lorenzo. You have your phone on you? Okay, never mind. I was gonna. Bagavon Gigi. Bag of on. Hold on, let me see. Lorenzo. Which one is it? This one?
I think so. Oh, he has a whole bunch of them? Here, just go like this. Go here.
There we go.
Yes, I afford you.
Hello, namaste. Happy Friday. We just got done eating a very good, delicious meal. It was it was late, but we did it.
Yes, we got it done.
Answer your phone.
Trying to get a hold of our son.
Message me today.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
How's everyone doing? Who was that came on?
I have no idea.
Namaste when you hop on. Call Uriah.
And call Uriah. Does Uriah have FaceTime now?
I don't
Okay. He's not answering.
It's all good. What did you say earlier? Message you. Say hello.
No. Yeah, he did.
So, the message of tonight, a young fella came on and asked a few questions. They were like, how do I achieve enlightenment, or how do I achieve peace? So my answer to that was simply accept yourself just as you are, without any judgment or judgment to others. Love yourself completely. And I said something else, but it won't come to my mind right now. Oh, boy. But it is beautiful to guide beings back to truth, back to their true nature.
There's so many,
They
just,
truly
it is very beautiful. But there's a lot of distractions too that come in, I want to say, that try to trick you into going back and converting back into your old self, which no longer exists once you awaken. And that's right, Charlene. That's exactly what it is.
Yes.
There's old versions of ourselves. You know, there's a version of yourself when you're, you know, when you're childlike. There's a version of yourself when you're 5. There's a version of yourself when you're 10. There's a version of yourself when you're 15. There's a version of yourself when you're 20.
Yeah.
There's a version of yourself when you're 21. Version of yourself when you're 25. A version of yourself when you're 30. And so on.
And these are the different lives that you live. You know, you learn from them. They are all lessons.
And you can never go back into that old version of yourself.
Right.
And I think it's beautiful. I mean, I know a lot of people that were like, oh my gosh, I wish I can go back to when I was 16 or 15 or 20. And it's like, I don't know, do they wish to go back forward when they're 80? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's how you know that time's an illusion. Those old versions of yourself no longer exist. A lot of people will still see you as the old version. A lot of people will still identify you as the old version of yourself. And they are just seeing an image that no longer exists over and over on repeat. And for me, during my awakening, I let people know that that version doesn't exist anymore.
Yes.
And I'm very vocal about it because I feel like sometimes there's cycles that happen. Cycles, it's like, because we're circular beings, like we repeat patterns over and over and over until you know, until you want to leave that circle. Do you know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, that's it. I'm not going to repeat that same pattern. And I feel like some people don't know how to handle that strong truth. And I'm always going to speak the truth no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. I'm always going to speak the truth. I don't care who likes it. I don't care who loves it. I don't care if, because deep in my heart I know, you know, and that's what I'm here for, is to speak the truth. Period.
Yeah.
And for me, it's, you know, I'm going to say it can be difficult at times because people are not there. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not there. They're playing in the illusion of themselves, of the body. They're playing in the illusion of that body exists, you know? And so they're not there yet and they don't understand. And so I have to be compassionate and patient and loving and kind. And I don't always want to be that way. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't always want to be compassionate, and sometimes I just want to shake people and say, wake the fuck up. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people I want to just grab them and say, wake the fuck up. What are you doing? You know, but I know that everybody has their own time. I know not everybody will do it during this lifetime. And that is the part that is hard for me to witness. Because people are playing in the suffering over and over and over and over. They're creating their own suffering over and over and over and over. And it's like, how do you not see? How do you not see? Do you know what I'm saying? Hi, Tammy. I love you.
And remember, it's just because of the conditioning.
I know this.
I am this body. And we are different. And that's why I say suffering comes from the idea of separation. And once you awaken and realize that nothing is undivided and that God is one and you are that same essence, all the religious, all the I am a certain race, I am a certain culture, all that stuff drops. You continue to play in the play because that's what you have to do in order for this
Sometimes
body
I don't want to play in the
survive.
play, though.
But
To be honest with
it's
you,
always there.
Some,
it never leaves.
sometimes I don't want to play in the play.
And you don't have to.
I don't. Like, sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not playing.
And that's the joy of being able to not play in the play, because most beings, they go into stress or depression or the illusion of stress or depression, and they go into that and they stay there thinking that something's actually happening to you. This is deep in realization. I mean, all this stuff is dropped. You can't even watch a scary movie anymore because it all seems like it's funny now. Because you don't believe in demonic stuff and stuff like that anymore. Because you know that it doesn't exist. And it all comes from mind, It's like... it's very hard to explain sometimes, but it
is hard to
into
explain.
the science of it. And you know that we've been talking and speaking about the nature of consciousness and your true nature for a very long time now. And yeah, it's blissful. It's very blissful, and you're at peace. Especially when a lot of chaos is going on, you're able to stay at peace.
And that's what I'm talking about, not playing.
Right.
Not playing. Like, when chaos happens, I'm like, I am not playing.
And sometimes you do have to step up and you do have to use your lion voice.
And I do.
And that's just a part of the play also. And you see that right there? You notice this is just all part of God's play. This is God's in charge of everything. All is his expression. And you're just free from the delusion of bullcrap.
I understand that, Tammy, but sometimes when you are in an environment where you actually... when it's your family, because we've let go a lot of family, a lot. Like, my cousins, my uncles, my aunts, they're all, I have no communication with them. I love them. I wish them well, but they're not, and I'm not judging them. I just don't want to have that. I don't want to be in that environment. But when it's your close family and you are, you can let that go as well. You can let that go. But it's like when it's close family that you, that lives with you. It's like, how do you, that's where I'm at right now. It's like, I just want, peace in my life, my whole life. I just want peace. That's it. I just want peace. If it doesn't bring me peace, I don't want it. If it doesn't bring me peace, I do not want it. And it's like, people like to be in their own suffering. They do. And you can't drag them out. And I wish that I can drag them out of that suffering. Like, look, wake the fuck up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't. And that's the part where I'm struggling at right now. It's like, and I just have to love them because they don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you love everything, but it doesn't mean that you have to
Yeah, I see
be
that.
around. You don't have to tolerate bullcrap in your life. You still have your boundaries, But you still love everything unconditionally because that's what you are. You know that's what you are. You are an expression of love, so you love everything conditionally, but you don't have to put up with the mind-made bullcrap, You kind of distance yourself away from that. But yeah.
Thank you. I received that. I and I feel like a lot of people are experiencing, a lot of awakened beings are experiencing this, like, not wanting to play in the play, sitting in silence for long periods of time, not communicating with people. because it becomes ignorance.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It becomes ignorance. It's because they take you back to old versions of yourself that no longer exist. It becomes an ignorant thing.
Yes.
So, yeah, everything is all good with me. Sometimes I just want people to get it and they don't, and it's hard. And it's like the people believe in everything else besides themselves. It's like people are constantly giving their power away every day. Like, okay, I'm going to, because this person said this, I'm going to, and it's like, why? Be yourself. Be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. This is your own chapter in your book.
Yes. You give life meaning.
My uncle crossed last week, and I'm not processing the way the family is, and they don't understand. Because you know. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you know. It was the same way when my stepdad died. We were very close. He was like my father. And Shanti.
Good girl.
No. And I didn't cry. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't know what happens when my mom leaves the body, or, I don't know how I'll process that, but I feel like people are going to expect for me to be so sad, but it's not, you were never born, so there's never a death.
Yeah, that's also another thing. You become fearless. There's no death, The Creator was never born, and it will never die, and it's the same with you.
We're just here as messengers of light,
Yes.
messengers of truth,
Yes.
And we live our every second of the moment, every moment of the second in that.
Yes.
And there's no difference between when we cut the camera off to when we put the camera on.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's everything that we live in the truth. And it's not always nice, It's not always nice. It's the divine balance of the yin and the yang.
Yeah. It is a rarity to live in your heart. You don't see that often. Beings that live in their heart.
And sometimes people take it for granted. They take advantage of that. Yes, Tammy. I got Gigi's book today and it's so good. Did you love it, Janice? Did you cry? Did you cry in the first? I still cry when I read the first few chapters.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's working on a second one. We're working on a second one for him now.
And this book would be more about the pointings in which the nature of consciousness, the nature of the spirit, meditation, of course, just getting to know yourself for what you are. It's a beautiful experience that you'll be able to read it, and I've shared my heart, because I live in my heart. I found that truth, and that truth, it can never go anywhere. And that's where I am, so I'm able to share it.
Because we were in suffering.
Yeah.
For many, many years, me and Gigi suffered over and over and over and over and over. We've been there. We've done that. Do you know what I'm saying? So we speak on personal experience, on a personal experience. It's not something that we've read. It's a very personal experience that we share. And that we've suffered over and over and over and over for many years. I want to say from 18 until about 30. Huh?
Yeah.
About 18 to 30. We were in our suffering. We created suffering for ourselves because we did not know. That's why I have so much compassion for people that do not know, but I want them to understand so that they can get out of their suffering.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? I want them to understand, and some people just can't get it. They just, no matter what. And I still, hold them in my heart.
Because most beings, they're just in their mind, That's all. They're in their mind. They speak from their mind. We speak and they just answer with their mind. They don't know. the nature of their own self.
And they judge.
And they judge.
Yes. Oh, they don't know. Oh, they can't. That can't be the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, this is, because they're just constantly in judgment and they can't drop that.
Right.
They can't drop it, and it's a condition. Like Gigi said, it's conditions for millions and millions of years of humans.
Yeah.
And we chose this. We chose this. Do you know what I'm saying? But we are here now.
Yes, sir. We're in the dawn of enlightenment. Even though it's still very rare, we're in the dawn of enlightenment. Everything's changing because that deep curse can't last forever. It's gonna fade, and that generational curse is gonna be broke. And
It already is with me and my family.
It's gonna be broke. And I'll tell you this: that inner knowledge. Know this: inner knowledge, the knowing of yourself, breaks all the spells of ignorance. Keep that with you. The inner knowledge, the knowing of yourself, breaks the spells of ignorance. Know yourself. This is what the Buddha taught, Jesus taught, Muhammad taught. So know yourself.
But they twisted it
They
around
twisted it all around.
so that
Know
they
yourself.
can control people,
They twisted it so, because mind is very easily manipulated. So it twisted it so you can put your attention on the image. Oh, that person over there, God is working through them. So that's the only person that God is working through, and we're all sinners. God can't work through us, but we all come from the infinite itself. We're all an expression of God itself. That's the part they didn't teach you. That God is undivided.
Yes.
Oops. That God is one. What did Jesus say? I come from the one that is undivided. It's beautiful. When you know in your heart that individuality is an illusion, and that God is pure oneness and flows through everything that is known. God is existence itself.
We love you.
It breaks off all those barriers that were only made of thought. It breaks those barriers, and you become fearless. And that fearless is not, oh, I'm tough, it's just you're flowing with the flow of life.
You have no fear.
Yeah, you surrender.
There's no
to
fear
life.
of death.
Yeah.
Most people live their whole life fearing death. Most people
Preparing
and fearing for death.
How much more time I got left?
Most people, I want to say 99% of people plan their whole life around dying. Their retirement, their life insurance, their whatever. They plan their whole life around getting old and dying. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're living in the present. And you know yourself, So there's nothing wrong with that at all. Thank you, Tammy. We love you. She said, you two are so beautiful, sending you so much love. God is us. Yes, there's no separation. And the quicker we can come to the idea of, I am not this person, the quicker we can come to enlightenment.
Yes. I just wrote a quote today, and with the Buddha, the enlightened Buddha dances in the heart of emptiness. Meaning the end of individuality, where the Buddha just is, and he knows himself clearly as an expression of love, and he's empty, just empty of all the bullcrap and what he thought he used to be.
So I have a question. When you're going through your day, empty, how does it feel?
Present.
Present?
Present. And in that presence, it's just, life is flowing. You have to understand that life is flowing through you. You're not something experiencing a life. You are life itself. And when I say life is flowing through you, this is the spirit. This is the presence of the spirit. It is liveliness, bliss. That is the nature of the spirit. It's liveliness, bliss. And you celebrate life regardless of whatever situation you're in because you are here. Mm-hmm. But mind has made everything so personal. And we have to break that.
I'm gonna go off in the forest, y'all, for a month in silence. I wish that I could. If I didn't have children, I would be in India somewhere up in a hill, somewhere up in a mountain, just not talking to anybody, just there in my own bliss and my own splendor.
Yeah.
Oh, where? Come here. Come here.
Right.
Daddy's Airways.
Right.
Daddy's Airways.
It is? What are you talking about?
What else to?
I want to go to library tomorrow.
What else tomorrow?
You guys hear him?
He's talking.
Good night, Janice.
Yes. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
You want to go to the library tomorrow?
What else tomorrow?
Good job using your voice. I love you. I love you.
Helicopter.
Helicopter. You guys hear that?
What else to a nice Airways?
You don't have to yell, though. You can talk regular. He's so sweet.
Yes. It's so sweet.
Thank you, Tammy. Can you believe that? It's just love. That's all it is. It's just love, love, love. We just love, love, love on him. And do a lot of work with him. A lot of work with him. He's coming a long way. Yeah.
That's amazing.
All right. We love you guys.
Yeah. Remember to be in your heart, not your mind. Let life flow.
I love you.